if you had to go and see a shrink,
Yes.
can you think of what I mean, what would it be that would be most likely that you'd be going to see him about?
Depression. I feel, it's funny, I was having a chat with my wife the other day about it. There's just something always in the back of my mind. I mean, okay, I'm in Coronation Street. I have been for 5 years. I'm very lucky. I've got a nice car. I've got a nice house. I've got a great pair of dogs. I've got a bit of money in the bank. And
You hit the bar at Wembley when you played football there?
well, I played at Wembley twice, you know, and all this type of stuff. And I look back and I think, God, you're so lucky. And I keep expecting something disastrous. Okay, having said that, I mean, I've since thought about it and thought, well, hang on a minute. You have had something disastrous happen in your life. I mean, I lost my mum and dad at an early age, like, and that is, you know, the most disastrous things in your life.
What age was that?
Well, I lost my mum when I was like 14, and I lost my dad when I was 21.
Can you remember after she died? Can you remember how you felt?
With something like that, like you have 12 months to think about it and prepare yourself in a sort of way. You can never actually prepare yourself 100%. But I mean, in a way, I saw her and she'd gone bald. She had no memory. She didn't know who none of the family was. I mean, my dad worked. He packed his job in to look after her, and he worked really hard to make her comfortable as anything. I mean, I was only young at the time. My older sisters and all them took turns in helping, but it was a long, hard work for them, and I suppose at the end of the day, you know, it was better for her, you know, because she did suffer. You know, so I mean, you can't feel anything but relief when she did actually pass away, to take it away from the pain. The lads at school, I mean, it was just banter between them. You know, they used to go around, you know, say, your mum's got screw on nipples, or your mum's dead, or, you know, and stuff like this. And it just so happens, like one day when my mum died, some lad come up to me and said, your mum's dead. And then you start thinking, she is, you know, and then it upsets you. You know, you didn't know my mum had died, but this is like how cruel kids are, you know, all the time.
So when you think about your own death, it's through cancer that you think of yourself dying?
Yeah, more often not. Or something long and tedious, yeah. Which for me would be the worst. Something long and tedious.
And do you get sort of, you get a twinge in your chest or something and you immediately think it's...
Automatically, yeah. You think, what's that? Or, you know, example, you know, I found a little lump in my leg. And I thought, oh no, what's this? And, you know, instead of going to the doctor straight away because I don't trust them, I sit at home and I think about it for maybe 3-4 weeks, and I think, it's still there, and you're going to have to go to the doctors, so I'll go to the doctors, you know, and like I'll be sat in a waiting room, and I think, you know, life could change within the next 5 minutes. You know, and these are like the stupid things I'm sitting down in the doctor's waiting room and thinking.
And now, aren't these the experiences that your parents had?
Yeah, I think they are, yeah. These are the nightmares when they actually sit there and they think, well, yeah, you've got cancer. And I think, God, you know, the world would just fall to pieces on me. I don't know whether I'd be able to cope with it as well as my parents did.
But isn't that it, that at such times you're muddling in your mind your parents' experience with your own experience? You're transposing what they went through onto yourself and having it instead.
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're telling me? Is
I'm offering you that as an idea.
Well, I'll take that as an idea. Yeah. And if that was the reason, then great.
I mean, in the normal way, everyone identifies with their parents and they're like their mum and their dad. But in this situation as well, and so it's at a primitive level, that you're actually having your parents' experience. You're reliving what their experience was.
Well, now you're putting it down like this, yeah, it's probably probably makes sense, yeah.
If you think of the detail of what you think about at such time,
Yeah.
it's what they might have felt.
It's probably exactly the same as what they, well, I say exactly the same, not exactly the same, because
But-
touch wood, I'll tell you what my lump in the leg was, but if you're curious, it was a vein, you know, and then you just feel as though, you know, you just feel so happy then, that it was only something as stupid as a vein. I mean, it wasn't a vein sticking out on the top of you, like, it's like under the surface, which I felt. I'm still there today. You know, but
But when you go to, you then do go to a doctor, do you, when you get these worries?
after weeks of worrying about it, yeah.
And when the doctor tells you it's all right,
I take his word for it, but I know at the back of my mind he could be wrong, you know, like he was with my mum. You know, they can be wrong. And this is the frightening thing about it.
but do you see what your parents went through?
Yeah.
And then you go to a doctor and you repeat their experience.
Oh, I'm feeling better already. Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, I've got myself all paranoid now. No, I've not, but enough of cancer.